Nice and greasy. Oh, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna jump right into the action, but before we do, I just wanna say a quick thank you to all the new subscribers that I picked up over the past few weeks. If you like what we're doing here, I hope you'll consider subscribing or liking or commenting or giving the channel some type of traction. It's really all about doing projects with the equipment out here on the farm, and I've been taking the equipment off the farm and doing projects for neighbors, and maybe I'll start doing some for some actual customers here before too long. But I want to talk to you really quickly about the project today. As you can see, this is our gas line easement. We are going to repurpose this as a parking lot for a big event that we're holding here at the farm next week. Now the problem is a lot of this area here has some brush that's kind of hanging out to the sides, and we really want to maximize this space so that cars can park on left and right side of this easement. Now the branches are hanging over, so we reckon that people are probably not going to want to drive their nice vehicles into the brush. I do stuff like that all the time, but I don't think everybody's like me. So my goal is basically, I'm gonna come take the excavator, I'm gonna rip out all the saplings that are encroaching on this easement, reaching out, trying to grab some sunlight. We'll take the small ones down, we'll leave the big ones up, give them some room to breathe. We're gonna stack it out here in a windrow in the middle. Hopefully someone will come along to help me, my brother or friend, with the skid steer to push it off to the back where we got a massive burn pile going. But yeah, that's a quick overview of the project today. I'm gonna try to set up some cool angles to make this as entertaining as possible for you guys as usual. But yeah, hope you stick around and enjoy the video. Beech tree that's just grown out of deep woods. Let's see if I can grab it. Little bucket trim. Said it before, I'll say it again, this camera mount is absolutely, the suction cup one is just terrible. Yeah, wherever you want to start. I mean, it probably would make sense to start over here. Yeah, I got a camera over there just so you see it. If you knock it over, it's not a big deal. I mean, try not to, but it's fine. All right. The project, and I say boys because according to YouTube analytics, 100% of my viewers are male, so until that changes. All right, so we already made it halfway down the easement, which will be our parking lot. Got my younger brother Matt running the skid steer. He's helped me actually move all that material out that I yanked out in real time, so that's been helpful. Dug out some old tree that fell down, stacked up some trees over there to make a little gate so people don't go wandering onto the neighbor's property. But we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pass it all the way down this left-hand side. I'm gonna get around here and clean up this area real quick while I'm over here. I don't get the excavator back here too often, so we'll get this area cleaned up, just leave the nicer trees, mostly cedars, in there, take down the rest. There's a hickory. I know better than trying to pull a hickory out of the ground. I've already tried to do that once, so won't be touching those. Just let them grow up big and nice and strong, because they're already pretty strong and difficult to get out of the ground. Anyone who's messed with clearing hickories knows. But yeah, beautiful day to be out here. Get some more angles set up for you guys. We'll rip it on down the left side of this easement, make some more space for guest parking. show you real quick. Kind of looks like trash right now. We'll get it cleaned up. Needs some hand work. You can see these trees that snapped off. Those are all hickories. Those tap roots just go right into the ground and they get thick quick. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, left one maple, that's cedar. Left another hickory right there, cedar, oak, it looks like, red oak, cedar. Trim those branches up, get this all cleaned out, bush hogged or whatever, ripped out a bunch of wisteria vines. It'll be a nice little grouping when it's all done. All right, we'll carry on down the rest of the easement. Alrighty, so the clearing for the ancillary parking is complete. Spent a day basically grubbing out all the little saplings that overhang this clearing here. Clearing is a natural gas pipeline easement that runs kind of through the farm, but we can kind of use it for whatever we want to. We just can't like build on it or dig holes in it. But as you can see, it's quite a bit wider on both sides. There's still some grubbins here to kind of drag out of here with the skid steer, but essentially you can see instead of the trees here on the side like overhanging, well, this one is, I'll cut that with some pruners, but you can now kind of pull a car hood all the way underneath it and not worry about scratching up the paint. So that's the idea, just to make it a little easier for folks to want to park their car. And there's not a whole lot. The idea is to park diagonally that way and park diagonally that way, and hopefully try to get a couple hundred cars in here for our event. We'll see if that works. But yeah, all the equipment worked as it should. My excavator was getting a little bit squeaky towards the end of the day. It's been pretty dry. I greased it right before I started running it. But you can see kind of, I only took 5 or 6 feet off the edge here. What I'll do is kind of grade this out a little bit with the skid steer, then just run the bush hog over all that to knock down the rest of it. I'm gonna do a quick overview of kind of the farm projects out here that we're preparing for the festival. Maybe give you guys a drone shot of everything before and after so you can see where I started this morning. Oh, yeah. Beautiful day to be out here working. Sunny, warm, did sprinkle for a little bit, but didn't bother me at all. So the guests will park their car down there and then walk their way up this pasture hill to the barn. And we've created this garden. It's a little bit slow to bloom for the event, but nonetheless we've created this structure here. That's gonna be a woven structure. We're gonna fill that in with more branches. The cross here points directly in the cardinal direction, so right now we're walking north. The event is called Mayfest, and this is going to be a maypole. So this is a cedar I took down whenever I was clearing out my road. She's in the ground now, nice and sturdy. And this is the stage that we just built for the event. It's a pergola. Eventually it'll have a little roof and things growing over the top of it. And since we're having live music, we got some power over here, so we trenched that all the way from the barn.
There we go.
And here's the
Can you shake that bit off?
woven structure.
That looks so cool though.
It really does look cool. I like it.
Nothingness.
Nieces are helping spread some straw.
Like hard pillows. They're like hurting pillows.
Gonna bed down all this pine straw in here. This is a area that we've developed and cleared out. I'm calling it the Enchanted Forest. Gonna do a few different events in here. Those are those big landscape boulders I pulled out from whenever I was clearing from my road. Look at that. planning some hostas. And just a quick update on the road. Still looking like a road. My ditch is dry. Got some of my fill dirt running off into there, but it's in good shape. Really happy with the way that this turned out, being my first somewhat decent sized road. Usually I make trails, but this is meant for cars. So we'll eventually come up here to the left and complete that part, but this is the main part that we're using, and I'm pretty happy with it. And you guys saw in those earlier videos me just fighting with the mud, getting this topsoil off of here, but happy to report that this is dry as a bone and hard as a rock. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. If you stuck around and watched this whole time, I really appreciate it. Like, thumbs up, all that good stuff is appreciated, but otherwise I will see you on the next one.